Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Ooh, a little dark in here today. Oh well, no big deal. Hey everybody, it is the Wednesday edition, or let's call it the Thanksgiving edition of the Mike Meyers Ask Mike Anything live stream. The goal of this live stream is to provide y'all an opportunity to ask me anything you want about any topic in the world of IT certification and technology. The way we do it here is pretty simple. All you need to do is type yourself in a question right here in the chat window. Now while we're at it, hit that top chat in the chat window here in YouTube where it says top chat, hit that pull down and send it into live chat. That's going to get rid of the YouTube algorithm, and that's definitely going to make things a little bit better. So you asked me questions. We're starting here at, it's 2 o'clock Central Standard Time here in Houston, Texas, and we will run until the questions run out or I can't think of anything else to say, which almost has never happened yet, but you never know. It's always a new day. So anyway, first of all, happy Thanksgiving to you guys. I hate to tell you this, but I'm kind of a bah humbug person. I don't really celebrate holidays that much. I'm not against holidays per se. They're a hassle. Yeah, so I'm a Grinch. What can I say? So I'm probably going to be spending, Tolowit, this is for you. I'm probably going to be spending almost all day tomorrow in my bathrobe playing World of Warcraft. I haven't been playing for months, and I want to start getting back up to speed a little bit. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. I got to be honest with you. It's the one of the very few days a year where nobody bugs me. And I really do enjoy that time without the phone ringing or anything, so it's a real pleasure for me. We do have a little conversation I want to have today. I got some interesting emails while we're doing the RTX 4090 build. I pulled it out just for this. There were some questions about ray tracing, and I realized that nobody in here even knows what turbo encabulation is, so I thought here in a little bit we're going to do a little run through on the world of ray tracing, primarily where we're talking about grammeters, dipole grammeters versus true turbo encabulated video cards with ray tracing capability. But I want to get a few more people on because you guys are always amazing at being late to these kinds of things. And I'm a little low on Diet Dr. Pepper, so I think you're going to find it. Abkar, why did I pull the GPU? There's some physical stuff. To understand ray tracing, you have to understand turbo encabulation, and I just thought it'd be easier to pull it out and show you because there are some hardware features to it, and I think you'll find it very, very interesting. So, Justin Kinsey, at work, can't stick around, y'all, and having a great Thanksgiving. You too, Justin, man. Appreciate you even dropping in to say hello. You're gonna be, well, we'll record the ray tracing information, so we'll have it there for you, Justin. But thanks for dropping in, even if it's short. You said you celebrate Steaksgiving. Yeah, I'm going to cook myself a steak. My problem is I like a rare to medium rare steak. And our grocery chain store down here, our dominant one, is called HEB. And man, do they get delicious steaks. I mean, delicious steaks. So I'm going to get myself a big steak and nothing else to eat. That's all I need is a big steak. And then I'm going to get myself a beautiful Napa or Sonoma cab, which I probably are going to go pick it up after this because shopping on Thanksgiving is always tough in Texas. But yeah, so I'll be having a Steaksgiving, that's for sure. All right, so let me scroll through here. I know today we have a smaller crowd because it's Thanksgiving. Everybody wants to go party, but you hanger-ons are in for a real treat, to say the least. As always, I got Dave Rush in the background doing his amazing job. Dave, appreciate you. It's technically a day off here at Total Seminars and CyberNow Labs, but Dave, like me, we like to work, and so it's we're here for you. Why? Because we love you. M-O-U-S-E. Okay, I'm kidding, but all right, let's see who's on. Don's here. Tolowit, good to see you, brother. Tolowit, I watched your demo. I enjoyed it very much. We're going to have to talk. Blue Lantern, happy Thanksgiving. Right back at you, baby. Patricia. It's always good when my favorite girl in Florida says hello to me. I better say second favorite girl. I don't want to go into details. Anagolo 2000. Good evening, nice people. Right back at you, nice person. Yep, this is Thanksgiving. TD, man, good to see you, man. You got to be a serious hanger-on to show up on a Wednesday like this, because it's everybody else. They're already. What is the drug in turkey that makes you sleepy? Tryptophan. I think people are already practicing on that. Kylie, good to see you, mother, brother. There you go. Whoops, sorry, that was Freudian. Trust me on that one. Abkar, good to see you, man. Marvin, hi, Mike. Hi, Marvin. Is your last name Gardens by any chance? Just curious. Andre, you just made it. Andre, you're going to particularly enjoy this episode, to say the least, man. I'm not saying I did it for you, but I was thinking about you when I put this one together. Scott S. What happened? Big scroll. I hate it when it does that. Where'd you go? Scott S. Same for me. I'm not spending time with people if I'm not spending time with people that get into, I don't do any holiday. Yeah, okay, Scott. We're right there together, man. All good. Justin, good to see you, my friend. All right. Man, Justin's going to be sad. Looking for Kylie. My Udemy course for A+ is on sale for $13. I know, gosh, I make money though. I'm not going to complain. I got to tell you, when I first started doing videos back in the, how can I show you how long ago it was when I first started doing videos? I can't believe I don't have, thought I had some VHSs laying around. I do, but they're buried. I should have all my VHSs out. Yeah, when I originally started shooting videos, it was on VHS. Then we went from VHS to CD for a while. That didn't work too well. Then it went to DVD, and now everything's online. But back in the old days, a typical Mike Meyers course would cost you at least $700, and some of the courses would start tickling $1,000. And it was fine. I never sold that many. You know, to me, doing videos at first was just an advertising medium for my books more than anything else. So yeah, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. It's been close to 30 years. I was selling about $40,000 a year worth. I know, it wasn't much. And that was when I was a hired gun. So I was getting 15% of the take at 40, so you can do the math. And then about, I'm going to say 10 years ago, was it even that long ago, Total Seminars started shooting our own videos. We just discovered it just wasn't that hard. So we started shooting our own videos, but folks, we were distributing them, not online, but 10 years ago, we were doing the DVD thing. That was a pain, didn't last very long, and we eventually started moving to an online format, which is the famous hub.totalsem.com. And I guess it was 4 years ago, maybe a little more than that, 5 years ago, we got a phone call from LinkedIn. One of my old editors from McGraw-Hill jumped ship, went over to LinkedIn, or Linda, or whatever it was. I can't keep track. It changed its name like 8 times. Linda. And he's like, hey, man, can we use your videos too? Sure. Can't be exclusive. We don't care. And we'll give you a big cut. So we did that. And then we dropped the price to around $300. We'd already dropped the price towards that already, but we're at like $300 to $250. And then Udemy comes along and they're like, we want to sell it for $3 and some coffee beans, you know? And I was like, it was scary, you know, because something that I had a preconceived notion of a product that was worth $700. And here's Udemy putting me in a half Nelson going, you're going to charge, and we got it down to, I think it's normally like $130, or what did Kylie say? Yeah, so it's I think the MSRP is $130, but every now and then Udemy, and LinkedIn does too, for the record. Linda does too, just as well, gives these deep discounts. So like Udemy's doing it right now. They do these. I have no control, folks. I don't set these prices. They do. Now I have some control, but when these big sales come along, I'm just like, okay, whatever happens, I accept it with grudging, what's the word I'm looking for? If not pride, then there we go. And it's worked out, you know, so interesting thing. It's always interesting when you sell something for $1 and then somebody else wants to sell it for 50 cents. How do you feel about that? And, It's worked out. It's been an interesting process, man, to say the least. All right. So anyway, cool. So yeah, enjoy the low prices, man. Patricia, you're with me on the having it quiet. Good, good, good. All right. Benjamin, you want to stick around because this is going to be a fun one today, man, to say the least. Marvin the Martian. Marvin, I passed the A+ a month ago with help from your material, still reading and studying to get a better job. Marvin, are you applying for work? That's great that you have an A+. Get some noise out there, man. Get out there. TD Washington, I'll be heating up a frozen lasagna for myself. No family, I'm fine with that. Hey, TD, you're welcome to come join me, man, but you have to play World of Warcraft. That's the only requirement, and you have to bring a bathrobe, okay? Techie Tommy, good to see you again, man. You haven't missed anything yet, Techie Tommy, but you got here at the right time, because otherwise you would have. Techie Tommy, Mike, how come you don't have any CCNA content? Because I've been kept really busy trying to do super high quality A+, Net+, and Security+. Those 3 certifications alone, when you talk about the books, the videos, practice questions, simulations, building up the storefront to support all this, it's a big job. And we have a cast of thousands that help me, but I literally don't have the bandwidth to do any more than that. I'm not going to lie, I have sure thought about Cisco a bunch of times, and particularly with all due respect to the Cisco Academy, it surprises me how bad, in my opinion, the quality of those products are. They're super accurate, don't get me wrong. I mean, they get the information there, but sorry, kids, I like to entertain a little bit. And man, it can get dry. Ooh, so dry. You know what, Techie Tommy, keep bugging me. One of these days I might pull it off. Joey Quetzalcoatl, there's a good Irish name. I'm kidding. I know. Are you from Quintana Roo by any chance, man? Welcome aboard. Good to see you. Alec Biggs, does anyone know if Mike still does voucher giveaways? Alec, I do not. Unfortunately, CompTIA cut that off. They won't let me do that anymore, so we don't give any more giveaways for vouchers. However, we are giving away practice questions. We'll do well, today we'll do one competition, and whoever wins gets free 90-day access to the TotalTester of your choice, whatever you want to do, which is an amazing deal. And then on top of that, just because you're nice enough to be here, we provide a 50% discount. Dave, what's the magic code today? I'm sorry. So we have a 50% discount. We give you a combination of my ebook, okay, and the practice questions, what we call the TotalTester, for 50% off. In order to take advantage of this deal, all you got to do is head over to TotalSem, www.totalsem.com, head over to the merchant area. Let's say you're interested in, I don't know, Network Plus. So you grab the Network Plus ebook. Get the ebook, folks. You know, it doesn't work for the paper book because to ship that to Tolowit in Hawaii cost me an arm and a leg. But get the ebook and the TotalTester for the Network Plus. And all you have to do is put those in your cart. And just before you check out, put in the magic code. The magic code. The magic code. Boris. There it is. BORIS. And you get it half off. Folks, I'm already the cheapest out there. It's an incredible deal. Take advantage of it. All right. Techie Tommy, I decided to skip the Net Plus and go for CCNA. Techie Tommy, I'm not going to say no to that, but what you'll probably have to take is Cisco has, I forgot the name of the course. I keep wanting to call it IT Fundamentals. I'm not sure that's right. But they have like a intro to the CCNA course. This is ICND 1. And because they realize that people are coming in to CCNA and they don't have enough basic networking skills. I will tell you this, anybody who takes a Network Plus will find the CCNA to be nothing more than trying to figure out how Cisco does stuff, because you'll already have a solid understanding of pretty much everything. Well, I just answered that. I was reading to Techie Tommy another question, I answered that. Alex Briggs, you got two CCNAers there. Feel free to bring CCNA questions in here. I'm no slouch on iOS, and I'm pretty good. Andre, I'm going to do a hike vision course in 2 weeks, and I may be doing MS 9000 as well. If my colleague passes his test for MS 9000, because then we all have a spare voucher. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Joey, you're from Belize. Joey, you're in Belize? I'm going to tell you here. I'm going to take a few minutes and tell a story. One of the most amazing experiences of my life, this was a long time ago, was in one of the barrier islands in Belize called Cape Hawker. And I was there on a Christmas Eve, and they had, Joey, if I'm saying these words wrong, you can fix me, but they would have like native dancers, not native Belizeans, they were like African dancers. They wear these amazing costumes. And I always call them guanafiri, am I saying that right? And I've been a drummer for a very, very long time, hand drummer. And they were drumming for money, going from little restaurant to little restaurant there in Belize. And I'm loving it, man. I'm kind of just going along with them. My wife and my daughter, they went to bed. I said, I'll see you in the morning. And we're just sitting there, they're drumming, and their head drummer starts to have like a little tremor, and he has to stop. And the main talker guy, he's like, folks, we're very sorry. Without our main drummer, we're going to have to stop. I'd been listening to their beats all night, really basic, African 3/3, 3/4 beats, stuff I can do in my sleep. And here's a little short, fat white boy coming up going, guys, I can do your beats. I can cover for him. And I assume in retrospect that they were so desperate for money that they're like, sure. Plus, what a fluke to have a guy like me hanging out with these African dancers, right? And I'm rocking it. It was really easy beats. The whole island wakes up. Grandmas and grandpas, everybody's like, they wanted to see this guy from the States who's drumming with these drummers. And we had a blast. We finished like maybe 3 more restaurants there on Cape Hawker. And at the end of the night, and here they gave me my $60. And they're like, here you go, man, there's your cut. I would never dare not take that money. And for the rest of the night, I mean, it's already 10:30. I didn't get home till like 4 in the morning. People were taking me over to meet their grandmas, and they were waking kids up. We were going to this disco, which was basically a person's house. I couldn't buy a drink. Everybody's buying me drinks. I have very happy memories of Belize, and I have never been back. I've been to the aquarium and the Blue Hole. And folks, if you're into diving at all, Belize is the place to go. Thank you for letting me tell that story. It's a happy memory and one to share with my friends. Oh yeah, do join my follow, at the very least follow me on LinkedIn, or if not, if you're at the very least follow or connect with me on LinkedIn. Guys, I can't tell you how sold I am on LinkedIn these days, and that is probably my primary online presence is LinkedIn. And it's like Facebook without the crap. And I really like it. And please join me if you haven't already. I know a number of you guys have already, so it would be great. Does Mike not know the difference between hundreds and thousands? Probably not. I don't know. I always mess it up. I used to have a djembe from Ghana. I love that drum. I got a djembe right there. I'd show it to you, but I'm wired up right now, Techie Tommy. And I also have an Irish boran and a few other drums. Okay. All right. All right. So anyway, guys, I got 2 emails for some reason over the last week of people talking about ray tracing and what that meant. And so I thought I would take a few minutes and explain to you, in order to understand ray tracing, you have to have some hardware understanding. So for a number of years now, work has been proceeding in order to bring perfection to it's a cruelly conceived idea of a ray tracing algorithm that would not only supply inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase reactors, but also would be capable of automatically synchronizing cardinal gram meters. And that's what turbo encabulation is all about. So what I want you to do is take a look here. So this is a classic non-ray tracing graphics card. This is the, which one is this? This is an MSI RT 5700. It's been around a while for a little bit. It's a good card. So this is not really the interesting part. It's within the core logic itself. So let's take a look inside the core logic. All right, and as we look at this, here is the standard graphics core right here. But what I want to show you is that, and I didn't circle them all because it would take forever, but what you're looking there are the dimple encabulators in the core graphics logic, which is pretty standard. So is it fast? Yes. But it's missing a key ingredient, and that's turbo encabulation. So let me show you how this works. So, okay, well, before we get started, the important thing to keep in mind is that the only real new principle here is that instead of processing power being generated by conductors and fluxes, it's just using a modal interaction of magnetoreluctance and capacitive directance. That's it. So let's take a look and see this in action. All right. Whoops. Come back. Your screen is black. People are confused, Mike. There we go. So what we're looking at right here, this is a fully turbo encabulated RTX 4090. So if you take a look right here, this card has a base plate of prefamulated amulite, and it's surrounded by this malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurving bearings right here are in direct line with the panametric fan. So the latter consists simply of 9 hydrotopic Marsal vanes, and they're so fitted that the ambificant lunar wave shaft is, so there's absolutely no side fumbling. It's eventually and completely prevented. So that's critical because the main winding, which is in here, is of that normal Lotus O delta type placed in a pandemic semi-boloid slots on the stator, with every third conductor being connected by a non-reversible Tremi pipe, and that goes straight to the differential girdle spring on the up end of the gram meters. Turbo encabulation has now reached a very high level of development, and it's being successfully used in the operation of pretty much all non-trunnion ray tracing graphics cards. Moreover, whenever a fluorescent score motion is required, the OS can just employ it with conjunction of the drawn reciprocation dingle arm driver to reduce sinusoidal replanation. That's really all there is to it. And if anybody has any more questions, everything I just said, edit it out, Dave. I don't care. I have fun. I've been wanting to do that for a long time, guys. If you get a chance, take a look on YouTube and look up the term turbo encabulation. In 1944, a British engineering journal wrote a article about people using too much technobabble in order to avoid explaining things, and they wrote all about this turbo encabulator. Obviously, I updated a little bit to fool you guys a little, but the important thing you got to understand is that you get on YouTube and you can see over the years they keep updating this. So it was finally Mike Meyers' turn to have a little fun, and I wouldn't dare do it on April Fool's Day because you guys would be ready for it. I was having fun. Sounded like from Star Trek. Yeah, I was doing that. Me and Dave Rush have been talking about doing this for what, Dave, like a week or so, and this is a very famous story, so I had fun. Thank you for letting me have a little fun with you guys. I really appreciate it. All right, so William Jeske. Now I know how Penny from the Big Bang Theory felt when Sheldon or Leon, was that his name? Sheldon or Leon explained their occupation. Here's my favorite scene from Big Bang Theory. Molecule. I don't remember that actress's name, but she was cute. Andre, how long did I practice? Oh, well, first of all, I did mess up, but thank you. I'll probably reshoot that one more time and then distribute it out for fun. I practiced for about an hour. No kidding. Yeah. Bazinga. All right, was that funny at all? I had a good time. Okay, so first of all, I know we have a small crowd tonight, so I'm probably going to cut it a little short. Unless you have questions, I'm done. But before I cut it short, I have a question. Does anybody want to do a competition today? I'm not seeing too many new faces here. And you old people I've all won this contest so many times that I'm reticent to give it to you again. If you want to do a competition for a free 90-day access to the Total Tester questions of your choice, type yes into the chat window right now. Kylie, let's just play for fun. Joy wants to repeat it? Okay. I don't know if I can show you guys this, but I couldn't totally memorize it. Do you notice that it's a little dark in here today? It's because my ring light, I have glued all my script to the light. I'm going to see if I can show you guys. It's actually kind of funny. Yeah, you guys are going to have to say goodbye to this camera pretty soon because it is here. Let's take a look. So can you guys see all the scripting? That's why the ring light's turned off, because I couldn't see it. The light blurred out the scripts, so I couldn't see it. Oh, and here, full disclosure. I also put all the scripts on one of my monitors so I could do that. Yeah, I was having fun. Thank you for letting me have a little fun with you guys on a slow Wednesday. I appreciate that. But yeah, look up Turbo Encabulator. It's a classic. You know the funny part about the Turbo Encabulator story is that don't show it to non-nerds because they don't get it, you know. Here's another joke you should never tell a non-nerd. You ready? A farmer is having trouble getting his chickens to lay eggs. So he calls his buddy, the physicist, up and asks him, could you help me come up with a way to help my chickens lay eggs? I don't know if you know much about chickens, but you're a smart physicist. Maybe you can help. And the physicist, he kind of goes like this, and he goes, okay, give me a day, I'll get right back to you. So the physicist comes back to the farmer the next day, and the physicist goes, I have a perfect solution to your chickens not laying eggs. However, we first have to assume that you have perfectly spherical chickens in a vacuum. Ha ha! Okay. Perfectly spherical chickens in a vacuum? Okay, never mind. I tried, Dave. I try with these guys all the time. All right, so we don't have a bunch of people, so let's do a competition. A+, Net+, Security+. What would be the more fun one to do? All right, the Hyundai Tech. Okay, that's a couple of new faces in here today. We got a competition. So a couple of rules before we get started here. Rule number 1, this competition is not fair. I try to make it fair. Hyundai Tech, A+. We'll do an A+. Tucker Heaton, are you misogynistic? I like to have my back rubbed. Yeah, so I guess I'm a misogynist. You know, especially if my lats get tight. Nothing like a good misogyny to take care of that. Am I pro-choice? I like Coke or Pepsi. They're both delicious. I don't care. Tucker, are you really going to try to trip me up, babe? I've been heckled by good ones, and Dave Rush is already sitting there on the thing about to go click on you, dude. All right, let's do an A+, just for the Hyundai Tech because he asked nicely. A+ question. We should do something interesting. Okay. In a Windows system, if you're having trouble with the system, you can create a special disk, and you can make from any version of Windows, you can make it, it's a thumb drive usually these days, and you can boot from that thumb drive. That thumb drive does not boot Windows. It boots something else. It starts with Windows. I'll give you that clue. But it's not regular Windows. It's a special kind of Windows designed to help you repair your computer. What is the name of that version of Windows that boots up when you're using I'm going to call it a repair disk? I'll give you a clue. It's 3 words, and the first one's Windows. Patricia, you're close, but you're not right. It's not PXE either. Nobody has the right answer yet. Oh, we have a winner. We absolutely do. Joey Quetzalo, my favorite buddy from Belize, is the winner. It is the Windows Recovery Environment. That's absolutely correct. Congratulations to you. A big round of applause. Joey, you win 90-day access to the practice questions of your choice. Now, Joey, in order to achieve this prize, you have to send us an email. Joey, in this email, number 1, send it to daver@totalsem.com, just like you see right there. On that email, include your YouTube name. Next, put your email address. Even though it's an email, I still want your email address in the body of the email, okay? And number 3, tell us which practice exams you want, Joey. We've got a whole bunch. So, Joey, congratulations to you. And yeah, so Joey, if you don't send an email to Dave, you don't get the prize, man. So you got to do this, okay? Also, there were some good guesses in here I would like to talk about. PXE is a remote boot function. It's a network level boot function. And then also, Patricia, you're not totally wrong when you say WinPE. Windows pre-installation environment uses basically the same type of mini OS that you see in WinRE. But the Win pre-installation environment really is only used during the actual installation of Windows itself. But they are functionally all but identical. But they are completely different in there. So congratulations to you, new guy. Now, folks, do keep in mind, especially you new people, keep in mind that this is always a small group of people in here. And if you don't win once, come on back, man. You know what? I do this twice a week. Plus, Dave Rush has his Dave Rush AMA on Fridays right here at the Total Seminars channel. So if you're new and you're looking for free practice questions, this is the place to go because you get them without too much trouble. Okay, well, fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up a little early today because, guys, I'm ready to get back in my house coat, and I've got to be doing some work for CyberNow Labs. Guys, do keep in mind, if you're interested in a accelerated career, CyberNow Labs is the place to go. CyberNow Labs says, you give us 6 months, and we will give you a 6-figure income, and they're not kidding. Our next cohort is starting January 14th. Signing up this week gives you a $400 discount. These are normally $7,800, which is like half the price of anybody else out there. It is an intense program. It's a nights and weekends. It's an online program, so it doesn't matter where you live. But if you're interested, you should email me directly. My email is Michael M. Dave, can you put a CyberNow Labs link up for everybody, please? Hyundai Tech, it's cybernowlabs.com, cybernowlabs.com, and give them a holler. Tell them Mike Meyers sent you. I think that they, now I want to qualify this. Not only do I like the program, I like the program so much I've invested in it. So I'm actually one of the people who's involved in it. And trust me, folks, I'm not going to stake my reputation on something that is deceiving. And I've usually been, I don't like boot camps, but I love this one. And the main thing I love about these guys is that they have a fanatical placement program. You can't get in this program if we don't have extreme confidence that you're going to be successful. Because again, I don't want people going, Mike Meyers ripped me off for $7,800. I don't even want to hear that. We have not been hearing that. So I'm real happy. I think that's because, you know, we can't guarantee anything, but pretty much everybody who gets into our Blue Chip program, get your Security Plus. We'll help you get the Security Plus. Get the Security Plus, show up for 85% of the classes, and submit 3 resumes a week once you graduate. And I am not aware of anybody in the Blue Chip program who did not get a job within 90 days, within the criteria I said. Folks, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Mike Meyers is telling you this is an amazing deal. I'm not saying that certification isn't the way to go. Certification works great. It's just that programs like CyberNow Labs accelerates you. It gets you from 0 to 60 in a much faster way. Be dedicated, be hardworking, be the type of person who shows up for classes on time, and this can happen for you. That is absolutely one of the most amazing opportunities I've seen in IT in 30 years. So much I jumped into it. All right, guys, that's it for me today. I'm out of here. Dave, are you going to be on Friday? Knowing Dave, he's almost certainly going to be on Friday. I'm waiting for Dave Rush to tell me one way or the other. So until we hear from Dave Rush, I'm going to tell you Dave does his AMAs here on Fridays. You should definitely be checking that out. And there it is, this Friday on Drama, traveling to open. Okay, so Dave is closed this week. Okay, sorry, Dave. Thank you for letting me know about that. I appreciate that. All right, guys, I'm out of here. You guys have some great turkey today. Have a wonderful holiday. It's Thanksgiving here in the United States tomorrow. And we will see you guys. I will be back on next Monday. So until then, this is your little Uncle Mikey saying bye-bye. Bye. Turbo Encabulator.